Hey everyone, a little quick video on an easy way to remember Ohm's law, the different variations for it, and also I was thinking about the formula for power, well, in a DC circuit anyway. Kind of follows the same idea. So the ones that I always remember to start with was E equals I times R, and for power P equals I times E, which kind of spells the word pi. Kind of easy to remember that way, right? Also, I just noticed this too. These letters are in alphabetical order. Another way to remember that, right, to start. And E is voltage. You could use V as in Victor if you wanted to, of course. And then you could use A for current, although I find that confusing. And then R is resistance, and P is power. And again, I and E are the same there. Here's the thing that makes these easier to remember when you try to solve for the other variables. I'm not going to go through all the math to do it, but when you do the other variables for Ohm's law, and you solve for I, it equals E over R. And if you solve for R, it equals E over I. And the thing that's interesting about that for these other two that you're solving for is that E is always on top of that fraction. So if you can remember this one, these other variations, E will always be on top, and there's only one variable left, and that's going to be the one on the bottom. And for power, it's kind of the, oops, let's do that again. For power, same idea. I times E, and if you solve for I believe it's P over E. And if you solve for E, it equals P over I. So in this case, P is always on top. It's kind of funny too, it spells out P or pi. Well, a different kind of pi, 3.14 kind of pi in this case. Anyway, so P's on top there, E's on top here. It just makes it easier to remember, that's all. I thought that would be an interesting thing to use, especially if you're studying for your technician class, ham radio license, and formulas can be a bit of a pain trying to remember them all, so I'm hoping that that'll make it a little bit easier, a little tidbit there to make it easier to remember those formulas and for solving for the different variables. So that's it. It was a quick one. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to work on some more now that it's winter time and I'm not outside as much. Been doing a lot of renovating here in the house, so been keeping me busy, but we'll do some more videos now. Let that keep me busy for a while. Thanks, and see you around the next video.